here on your Saturday. That is November 30th. Wherever you are, um, depending on where you are, you're much later in some places than others. But I just want to drop in for a second. Not gonna try not to make this long, but I've had some thoughts, and I did not. I decided I didn't opine on this idea or the concept of this before. I was tempted to do it before, but I try to wait a little while before I start. You know, dare I say, uh, dare I say, the election cycle was fresh. It's still been fresh. It's kind of like wet paint. You kind of want the sizzle to go down a little bit. But let me just tell you what I'm on about here. So, okay, so we have President-elect TRUMP Trump. And then we have another element. And to me, I think it's an elephant in the room. It's an elephant in the room. Now, I don't know if I want to err on the side of, I don't want to do too many comparative tropes here. Whether we're going to do double standard or hypocrisy, or what I want to call it is what I've been saying for a long time. I think that we are on the verge of something that we're not on the verge of just a presidency here. The pending, the January 20th kind of vibes when I think about this whole situation, is that I'm just thinking that we're dealing with we are on the cusp of something that's closer to, I said this before, and I thought we were going to get this no matter what. But I do think that this is closer to NWO, New World Order, I think, is what we just experienced here. But then we have the elephant in the room, which I'm going to bring it up, but I'm also going to say, how different is, I want to talk about Elon Musk for a second. So, for those of you, and somebody approached me personally, one-on-one, a few months back, and that person immediately attached Elon Musk to a Trump presidency. But then the first thing that came to my mind, okay, well, typically, if voting means anything, if voting means anything, why do we have someone that's, Elon Musk was not elected to be an advisor. That's a bit more of a globalist kind of a move. But here you have somebody that, and I'm just going to give you now, if you don't like the characterization, that's on you. But I'm just going to give it to you. I'm going to give it to you, try to give it to you straight up without the whipped cream right now. We have someone that's, to me, almost a quintessential kind of a global citizen, because if I'm not mistaken, Musk holds a Canadian and probably a South African as well as an American citizenship or a nationality. And to me, that is more consistent with some of the AI. If you guys don't, we've done tons of streams and videos on AI and Sophia and all of that. That came up in 2019. Shout out to the class of 2019. And I'm just saying, this is not a domestic type of to me, this is like a partnership. And but let's go to one other end. Surrounding that, culturally, typically, those of, constitutionalist or statist or whatever, or conservatives or whatever you want to spin it, typically they would never accept that. They would never accept an advisor. Uh, they would never accept it as an advisor. It's almost like this is another illusion that we're dealing with. I don't see anyone, no one's protesting, no one's raising the roof over the fact that you have someone that's, I don't know, was he self-proclaimed as an advisor? I mean, is this some type of position, kind of like, it's not a 3-letter agency, three-letter appointment. I'm just saying, somebody help me out. Let's leave it in the comment section. I mean, listen, I'm bringing this up, and I'm just saying, to me, it's a bit on the hypocrisy kind of, I don't know if it's like I said, I don't want to use hypocrisy in this, but I'm just saying that, I mean, Musk is making headlines daily on a global kind of scale, on a global stage. Because if I'm not mistaken, he's had a tiff or a couple of tiffs with Britain, and this current guy that's in place, and but when we in the past, when we've talked about advisors, we had, Klaus Schwab had Noah Harari as his advisor. So to me, this is more of a globalist kind of a, it's like, he's like laying the groundwork for something that's, to me, I've said this before. To me, this situation this outcome, the person that can sell it the best, and I'm convinced that Trump could sell it. He's, dare I put this out here, the art of the deal. He's going to sell whatever. He can sell it better than anybody. He can sell NWO better than anybody. And I tell you what, it was kind of like, it's like a no competition, like, no contest between the opponent. But I'm just saying, I was just looking for, I mean, like I said, I'm just saying this is, it's out there. And I'm just wondering what you guys are thinking about this whole situation. I've brought up in the past, if we can keep things cool. I mean, listen, if things can remain cool prior to January 20th, but I don't know what that's going to look like, because already, it doesn't look like anything that I've ever seen. And I think I think that people have inadvertently or involuntarily, you've already accepted a new world order. You just don't, you may not be calling it that, but things are playing out. They're going to play out like none other. So I'm just thinking, it's definitely going to be one to watch. I'm not sure. I think there's going to be a lot of uphill illusions. How much is going to get done? I don't know. Keep hearing about all these celebs that are piling down to Mar-a-Lago, and I'm telling you, this is feeling more fraternal to me. It's feeling more fraternal to me than anything. Shout out to John Smith. I don't know who this is, but you might want to beat it. You're gonna get sprayed with some Raid here. Let's just give you a little downtime. Shout out to Derek C. Williams. Enters the agents of chaos. Okay, Derek C. Williams is playing chess and enjoying bourbon late to the party, but greetings. Yes. Nice to see you, Derek C. Williams. He says, I can't stand in the middle of the Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody and not lose any votes. Lion takeaway. Derek C. Williams says, I'm told the Willis lawsuit against Trump is being dismissed in days. Yeah, well, like I said, to me, it's like so much is happening in like such a short period of time. But I can say that there are some some moving parts, or the elephant in the room, I just keep noticing, but this is my thing. I find it interesting, let's call it the Elon effect, okay? So I figure if Elon, if he's, I mean, if he can, to me, he's almost like he's interceding. It's like he's interceding, but then the intercession was not done here. There's been no intercession here, no petition here to remove the current sitting, the current illusion or regime, the current that the more I think about that on a regular, to have two people basically kind of like just playing off of each other, but yet one of them stays in the office, yet the other one runs. Yet it's just a lot. I'm telling you, I think we're something. This is not going to look like, it's not going to look like what you think it's going to look like. And to me, it's not even going to look like what I think it's going to look like. It's just, to me, you're just going to be on, you know, one month at a time, or 1 week at a time. Derek C. Williams says, first Letitia James, then Jack Smith, and now her. It says, we're going to win so much that you may even get rid of winning. Yeah, well, yeah, he's definitely selling it. Yeah, I mean, the media, I don't know. To me, I just kind of wish they would just kind of float on. If they would just float on and just stop talking. The Joy Reids and I really don't care about these people. I don't. What is it? The Angela, whatever, all these whining people. It's just that I would just rather focus on, I just think it's important to watch, as they say, just watch the way the people at the top are moving. That, to me, that is going to be that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest attraction, not just the biggest attraction, but the biggest interest. And yeah, I'm just not sure where, like I said, because shout out to TDOA for a great stream earlier, per usual. But even Schwab has stepped down from he's no longer I don't know what happens to Harari. I don't know what happens to him. What happened to him, but from what I understand, that Schwab stepped down several months ago. So I guess that's probably a follow-up. But of course, I'm sure the WEF is gonna survive. But I'm just wondering, it's almost like literally a passing of the torch, kind of like what some of these decoders have been talking about. It's like that. It's like there's been a global kind of a passing of the torch. And I'm talking symbolism here, because I think they deal in a lot more symbolism and codes than we can even imagine. So it's not all going to be, it's not all. It's going to be implied. Okay, that's what we're working with. Let's see. Derek C. Williams says, have you seen the new document that Stu Peters called Occupied Hostess? No, I have not, Derek C. Williams. Do you know where I can find that? Let's see, Rumble. I haven't been on Rumble in a while. He says, very persuasive. Very persuasive. I have not been on, I have not seen that. And I'm just curious as to, here again, I think we're at a point where there's the point of no return, is what I do think. No matter what happens now, no matter what happens from this point on, it's going to be like nothing you've ever, witnessed, or historically there's so many themes and so many things going on here. There's just so much. But I do think that things are going to switch. I think AI is absolutely, I don't really care for this whole Gemini. I don't care for this Gemini program or whatever that's on the phone. Because you can't really get away from it. You don't really get to, there's less leg work. That's the difference, less legwork when you're putting something in, via this thing. I don't know. It's there. And I'm pretty sure you can't even opt out of it. Thank you so much, Derek C. Williams. You just do just roll it. I appreciate you for being the striped in here, because that personality, I say a fake, I don't know if it's a bot or if it's just the agents or the chaos or whatever the heck it is. Hi, Nikki, how are you? But yeah, I'm just thinking this is just going to be a different, oh, perfect. Let's see. Occupy is here. I'll see. I'll send it. I'll hold on to it. I'll try to copy it as well. I'll definitely give it a peek. But yeah, I'm just interested to see how, it's just all of our industries and just the trade and the other thing, whatever happened to the USMCA? What in the world ever happened to that? You don't hear people talking about it. Yeah, I don't know. It's like it disappeared, or I don't know if it'll come up again, but just making an observation here. But I'm just saying, I started out talking about Musk and, we'll see. We'll see. Or maybe he's keeping everything, he's keeping everybody's heads cool, or I'm not sure what, but I'm just saying, it's definitely an interesting, the interactions here. To me, this is some type of book. This is some type of fiction or something. I don't know if I want to call it fiction. It's a literary nonfiction. I'm not sure what genre this will be in. But yeah, let's just see what happens. I mean, I've heard about the other cabinet picks and all of this stuff, but to me, this is the one. I'm gonna be honest. Most conservatives would never. I'm just saying, they would never accept this from AKA. They would never accept something from the left like that. But then to me, they seem to be. I don't know. Like I said, it's just interesting to see what people are willing to accept, and it's just what people are willing to accept, or what faith over belief. Faith. I'm just saying, there's a lot going on here, and this is definitely going to be one to watch. Derek C. Williams is doing well. So yeah, but I just wanted to come in and just see what you guys, for those of you that'll come in for the replay, if you have any ideas, or I'd love to hear your ideas. And why do you think? Honestly, that because it's the status quo, I get it, but the status quo, things can be slightly manipulated. I think they can be, or perverted. Yeah, it's just it's a lot going on here. Hi, Latina A. But yeah, just let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Yeah, just let me know what you think. Let's see. Like I said, we've got how many days, I guess how many days since we had that election process. And then, for those decoders, I'm sure they're having a ball. They're having a ball with all of this. Yeah, a complete ball they're having right now. John Roberts says, read Revelation. I mean, I'm telling you, there's stuff that's being brokered. It's being brokered right before you. And I think it's going to be, I think it's going to be, there I said, it's going to knock your it's going to knock your socks off. It's going to knock your socks off. So, excuse me, sorry. But Yeah, around here it's supposed to a little bit of a freeze, I guess. We're getting kind of freeze mode going on. But so yeah, so those of you that are coming last, this is more or less about, just let me know what you think in the comment section. This is in regards to um Elon Musk, his role, his unelected moniker, or position, as advisor. I mean, that's what it's being coined that way. And he's getting around. He's getting around. So let me know what you think with the political environment that we're dealing with abroad. Yeah, just let me know. Because to me, this domestic stuff is really, I'm very curious what you guys think, or what's going on. Are we talking status quo, or are we talking about getting away from status quo, or are we talking about a completely different order? I mean, I'm just saying. Derek C. Williams says Elon Musk is literally the fly in the soup. Nice, Derek C. Williams. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So yeah, let me know what you think. I appreciate that. Thank you for the trope, Derek C. Williams. But yeah, so I'm curious to see what goes on. What goes on next? Yeah. I mean, it's very intriguing right now. It's very intriguing. So Derek C. Williams says, and I hope he buys MSNBC and gets rid of Joy Reid. Yeah, I'm just wondering, but see, there again, just okay. So this was the other point that I wanted to go to. The next, I wanted to, because to me, when I think about Musk, as I said at the beginning, that he's a bit of a quintessential global citizen, and yeah, it's that part. And then I knew exactly where I wanted to go, but then it got shut down there just a second. Yeah, it's I knew that, but then there again, he's still an elite, for crying out loud. So I'm just saying, for something like this, for this to be an elephant in the room, or for conservative types, or whatever people want to refer to themselves as, I just find it interesting that, I mean, he's not the common man, folks. I hate, as they say, the ghetto country, that ain't it, boo-boo. That he ain't that. He's not. Like I said, it would never be, for those who check constitutional records and this kind of voting records and that kind of a bit, this is definitely more of a globalist move. We've got advisors and committees all over. There are committees all over Europe, or even, like I told you about the WEF. But this is not the WEF. It's not. It is what it is, and it's not what it's not. This is Latina A says, I think it's okay Musk is working with Trump no matter who is in office. We always have to keep our eyes on all politicians. Well, I mean, to me, it's, I mean, my question is, but I mean, we do have a process. If voting means anything, that's the way, that's been everyone else. That's been the path, is to file yourself as some type of candidate if you want some constitutional or recognized, or if you want something that's actually by the people, or of the people of the republic, if you want that kind of recognition. So I'm just saying, we've never had, I don't know of an advisor that, I don't know of an unelected official that's ever, or whether we can say that there was a shadow presidency, whatever theory you want to go with. We've never had anyone to come right out and say, hey, this is my main man. And the people accepted it. Then I'm not saying everybody's accepting it. I'm just saying, to me, this is, it's, this is something that I'm going to talk about. And it's something that's, it's something that's going to come up. And I'm surprised. That's the point. I mean, I've heard everything. I've heard what the media has had to say about him and his platform. Because you guys notice that YouTube and social media, basically, the deletes are now coming to social media. Okay? The deletes are coming to, are on the common man, or are infiltrating or dripping into the common man's platform. Well, he owns the common man's platform. So he's still not, he's to me, he's got multiple citizenship. I mean, nobody can take that away from him, but I'm saying that I'm just, like I said, everybody will have their say about it. Some people won't say anything. And some people just want a savior, and they're willing to, they'll go with anything. But, you might need to proceed with caution. You got to think about it. You got to think about, the unthinkable sometimes. So yeah, I'm just saying, it's like, to me, when we're dealing with elites, these people don't live the same lifestyles that the average American lives. No, that's not the common man. It's not. So we'll see. Do I think this country needs a lot of help? Yeah, it does. But I don't know. And I'm not going to sit here and say that. To me, my question is for those that, to me, it just seems like everyone's going to change to, I don't know if I'd call it cognitive dissonance or not, whatever they, it's almost like some people, they read as they say, they'll read they preach the gospel, or they go with whatever religion that fits their narrative. And to me, that's where, I guess that's what I'm kind of calling out. Let's look at all facets of it, So yeah, so I'll leave that. I guess I'll just leave that right there. Because to be honest, to me, we shouldn't be, to put your faith in one man or two men, it's still not good. It's not the best thing to do. Which we all, I think, as a collective, we want, listen, you guys should put what you think, put your perspective in the comment section, and we'll see how it plays out. Like, I definitely will. Like I said, I've waited for a while, because I get it. It's a little fresh. This election situation is a little bit fresh. It's still fresh, and and I know some people are not going to like anything anybody says that goes against. I know that too. I know that we all know that too, that you're not going to be able to say anything. You're not going to be, you don't want, nobody wants to think anything other than, okay, that's fine. If that's where you are, that's where you are. But like I said, I'm just going to keep an eye on this, and I'm sure I'll circle back. But for those of you that are tuning in for replay, let me know what you think. Yeah, let me know what you think. Because to me, it's just to me that this just looks like a little bit of when I look at it as a whole, it's not just Elon Musk. It's just the way that it's everything, the bigger picture. It's just one more thing that, I have an idea, but like I said, I'd rather just watch. I'd rather just watch and see, and we'll see what happens. Let's see. Let's see. She's Latina A says, well, I'm not into anarchy, so it's better Trump fight the establishment that was working to take our freedom of speech. The president is only a small part of what is wrong with the USA. Major part of the problem is people that are dumb and vote. Well, like I said, we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Because to me, to get to January 20th without World War III, without, those kinds of conflict, the proportions, to me, that's the thing that that's also a thing to watch. 22 Ronan says, logic rules. So yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of, there's all kinds of cultural things going on. Cultural, going against the, what do you want to call it? People going against the grain, people going, yeah, I think a lot of people have done things differently that they haven't done in the past. But yeah, I think so I'm just going to watch a little bit longer, and we'll see. I still think, that I definitely think the censorship it's not gone away. It has not gone away. I don't think it's going to go away completely. I mean, to me, there's a lot of damage that has been done. There's a lot of damage that's been done already. And like I said, when you've got, they have no problem dogpiling the common man over on social media because they think they have they have their elite authority. So like what is it? Don Lemon, he's coming. They're going to use the outcome of this election to make a lot. Since it's out there that, we are the news. Okay, so now they're going to come over and crash the party. They're already coming. So you've got the Don Lemons coming. You already had a lot of people that were exiled from the alphabet networks prior to on the cusp of the Trump victory in 2016. I remember, what's her name? From Fox News. See, that's it. See, that's what I'm talking about, illusions right now. Like, this is the problem. It's like nobody wants to say, at one point, a lot of people walked away from Fox News. But all of a sudden, it's almost like people are convinced that they are pro-Trump. Hey, I don't have to do anything. I just have to sit back and watch. It's like a tennis match. Watch the back and forth. Watch the back and forth and see where it takes you. I mean, yeah, watch it. Because not too long ago, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, to me, you still have, I don't know, because at one point I saw a liner that talked about Gates, that Musk was not the only person interested in the purchase of MSNBC. And then it went from that to, I don't know whether they were alluding to Gates or, it's like, okay, I got it. Okay, I see where we're going with this. But like I said, it's just going to be interesting. And I think some people say get your popcorn. You might better get more than that. Because we're going to see what's going to happen. Because I mean, that's a lot of networks that you would have to me, it's not going to be just one network. Not just one. I mean, things flip, people changed, and yeah. But with that said, I'm going to get out of here. Like I said, for those of you that are in replay, let me know what you think. And especially those of you that are of Marcy T, if you're out there. Marcy T, if you're out there. Yeah, I just think, to me, it's almost feeling more like the battle of the elites, like the global elites. It's feeling more like that. So just let me know what you guys think in the comment section or replay. And yeah, we'll see what happens. So 22 Ronan's here. He says Elon Musk can buy MSNBC with no pushback. With no pushback? I don't know. Ronan, I don't know. Listen, I'm just gonna stand by. I'm just gonna observe. I'm just gonna observe and see what happens. I mean, I haven't heard of any type of offer being made, or I haven't heard anything about it being final. I haven't. And if so, how soon would it be? Could it be? I don't have any of those answers either. So it'll be interesting to see, for sure. All of that, we'll see. Yeah, because I'm not sure. Right now, I don't think Gates. I don't know what if he was. I'm not sure if that was if he was the reference when the one that was implied when they talked about he's not the only billionaire interested in purchasing, making that. But we'll see. Like I said, it's getting interesting, to say the least. And so yeah, you guys stay tuned. And yeah, it is a Saturday night, and we'll see what happens. Let's see. So thank you guys so much for coming in. We started out with Derek C. Williams. Nikki. See, shout out to Nikki. Nikki is taking me back to the good old days. Well, at least I thought they were going to be the good old days on YouTube, in which, you came on to YouTube with aspirations of whatever, even if you didn't know what your expectations were. You didn't know where you were starting. You didn't know where to start. You just started. You didn't know where to go. You just knew you needed to start. And so, it's not that people don't have the right to change their minds, or they don't have the right to change, but we're not just talking about. We're not just, it's not, I don't want to oversimplify things either. Let's see. Latina A says Gates sells the product Katy Perry uses for her apple cider vinegar company, and so I don't trust that apple cider anymore. Yeah, we'll see. I just I want to see I want to see what's going on. Now, I'll tell you some of the other. I was watching something earlier today, and I don't know. We'll see what happens. This is going to be very interesting. See if anything else returns. If Britain has a return from somebody in their past. We'll see with petitions, out. And so, yeah, it's definitely going to be, interesting. It's already interesting to watch. And Derek C. Williams says, I quit using Bragg's a year and a half ago. Yeah, I never did buy any of that. I think I was using, I think I was using just some knockoff brands because I think what it was, the Dollar Tree had some or had something, but it wasn't Bragg's. Because they didn't have Bragg's for sure in there. But yeah, so let me, like I said, I'm going to get going. I didn't mean to take up this much of your guys' time, but it's interesting to see. I'd like to see, you know, hear from people from all, whatever their, you know, whatever their conscience is or whatever. Yeah, I'm just curious. And we'll see. We'll see. I'm not, like right now, I'm not really following anybody specifically. Derek C. Williams says it was good until gays took control. Yeah, that guy's got a lot in his portfolio. I'm just saying everything that, yeah, he's got a lot in his portfolio that's, you know, for the common man. He's interested in a lot of things, a lot of things that I would think, you know, I'm curious about. All right, guys, well, have a great rest of your Saturday/Sunday. And I'm just going to, you know, I'll see what else is going on. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye for now.